Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya.
Welcome to the Kalamazoo Motor Speedway in Kalamazoo, Michigan for the annual, or the seasonal rather, Veterans or 9/11 Memorial Race. And this year it is once again the Veterans Race, dedicated to our veterans who serve our country. So I'd like to thank all our veterans at this moment for your service. Now we got some drivers to watch for tonight in the first ever night race at Kalamazoo. Kurt Busch, who's won here before back in season 5, can he get it done again tonight? Justin Allgaier, the upset winner of last season, he starts in the top 20. Then Denny Hamlin, who has a very, very solid Sport Clips Toyota Camry. We'll see what he can do. Then Brad Keselowski, fastest in all 3 practice sessions here in Kalamazoo. Now it's time to go trackside for the command. Drivers, start your engines! Cars fire up and roll off, and now it's time to check out the starting lineup. Row 1, Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski. In row 2, Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. Row 3, Martin Truex Jr. and Clint Bowyer. Row 4, Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. In row 5, Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson. In row 6, Kyle Busch and Danica Patrick. In row 7, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Austin Dillon. In row 8, Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano. Row 9, Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards. Sitting in row 10 this evening is Justin Allgaier and Gino Harvey. Row 11, Casey Kane and Jamie McMurray. In row 12, we had Adam Needens and Trevor Bayne. Row 13, Eric Almirola and Chase Gibbons. Row 14, Greg Biffle and Eddie Jones. Row 15, Carter Adelman and Chris Buescher. In row 16 this evening, Jimmy and Cole Witt making his Affleck Cup Series debut. Row 17, Ryan Newman and David Gilliland. Row 18, AJ Allmendinger and David Reagan. Row 19, Paul Menard and Alex Bowman. Row 20, Landon Castle and Michael Annett. Row 21, Bryce Harvey and Sam Hornish Jr. Then in row 22, we have Josh Wise. Now, these are DNQs for the evening, and now we're going to get ready to go green flag racing. And let's put on a show for our veterans. Green flag is out. Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski lead them to the line. Truex gets a great start, along with Clint Bowyer from the 6th position, moving up to 5th, or 4th rather. Truex going to get split by Clint Bowyer and Brad Keselowski. And Clint Bowyer is going to battle Jeff Gordon for the lead on lap 2. Clint Bowyer takes it with ease. Now here comes Brad Keselowski trying to get by Gordon for 2nd. 4 wide for the 4th spot there. And we got some tight racing already in the first opening laps here on lap 3 of 10. Clint Bowyer going to come around to lead lap 3 onto lap 4. Brad Keselowski is going to chase him down into turn 1 and 2. Looks like Keselowski has a pretty solid car this evening. He's running after Clint Bowyer, trying to take the lead, but Bowyer, it looks like he can just stay right in front of Keselowski just long enough here. Maybe he can eke this one out. Bowyer leading over Keselowski. The lead has stayed the same for about 2 laps here. Keselowski not too far away. Tony Stewart battles Jeff Gordon for the 3rd position. Mark Stewart up to 3rd. Now Stewart's starting to catch the leaders. Keselowski makes his move for the lead. Into turn 1 and 2 they go, side by side. Oh, he gets loose. Gets into Bowyer. Then Stewart gets into Keselowski. And up into Clint Bowyer. And they wreck down the backstretch. Watch this again as Tony Stewart gets into Keselowski and then up into Clint Bowyer. And that's not good. That spells bad news for those 2 drivers. Clint Bowyer and Brad Keselowski wreck while racing for the lead here in Kalamazoo. Our green flag is back out with Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon on the front row this time. Looks like Kyle Busch kind of gets a good run there. So does Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch goes from 7th to 2nd. What a move by Kurt Busch, taking all those positions away on the restart. Now he's chasing down his boss for the race lead. He's going to get the run on the outside off of turn 2. Into turn 3 and 4 they go. He takes the lead. Coming to the white flag. Oh, we got a crash down the back. Does that mean the race is over? Oh my goodness. No, the caution came out before Kurt Busch crossed the line. So we still got a chance at a finish here in the Affleck Cup Series. And it looks like Bryce Harvey got into Josh Wise, I think it was, and got into Allmendinger as well. Hard crashes on the back, especially for AJ Allmendinger. Let's hope he's okay. And Kurt Busch, he is your leader now over Tony Stewart. Oh, green flag is out. Oh, and they wreck hard. Down in the turn one they go. What a hard crash there. Watch as Kyle Busch gets into his older brother, Kurt. And boom. Just right back up into the pack. Big crash for the race leaders. Kyle Busch involved, along with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch are going to have to sort that one over family dinner night. That was very, very controversial. Watch as Kyle Busch gets into Kurt. Looks like Kurt kind of came down on Kyle, and then Kurt just swings back up into the field. Very dangerous crash, but glad everyone's okay. See, Jimmy Johnson just gets by. So does Denny Hamlin and Matt Kenseth. So we're going to get back to green flag racing. Tony Stewart and Martin Truex Jr., they go down into turn 1 and 2. Truex takes the lead. And he's going to run away from Jimmy Johnson, but Johnson's all over his back bumper. These two have had history, especially in Raleigh. Here they come down the back stretch for the final time. They make contact. Here comes Danica Patrick out of nowhere. Are you kidding me? Danica Patrick wins the race as Johnson spins out off the bumper of Martin Truex Jr. Oh man, the stadium is in shock. Danica Patrick just won this race. Watch as they beat and bang down the backstretch. And then here comes Danica Patrick. Johnson looks like he blew a tire, got in the wall, and then kind of came down across Truex's nose. And Danica Patrick does burnouts. And who else but the congratulator than her boyfriend, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Oh, and she did a donut in the shape of a heart. What a win for Danica Patrick with a surprise upset win of the season. Now your point standings after 12 races, you see Danica Patrick. She's in the top 10 in points now with that one win. And she got into the top 30 actually with that win. Pole herself in points-wise. There's your top 10. You got 10 winners through 12 races. Now here's your chase cutoff. Kurt Busch, 3 wrecks in 3 races. Not good for him. He almost had that win today, but he's dropped all the way down to 16th. Just 1 point ahead, Carl Edwards. And then Tony Stewart moved up into points this week with a great jump. He's about, 13 or so points behind his teammate, Kurt Busch. And then 31st, Paul Menard falls out of the top 30 with Danica Patrick jumping in. Greg Biffle still in 33rd. He's not having a very consistent year. And here's your 41st through 54th. Some of the lower name drivers in the series that get runs every once in a while. So, wow, what a race today is. Check out our finishing results. Danica Patrick takes the victory. 2nd is Martin Truex Jr. 3rd, Jimmy Johnson. And then 4th today was Tony Stewart. Finishing 5th was Matt Kenseth. And 6th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In 7th today, Denny Hamlin. 8th place, Kevin Harvick. 9th was Casey Kenny. And then finishing top 10 was Eric Almirola. Good top 10 finish for Eric. And 11th was Joey Logano. 12th today, Carter Adelman. And 13th was Adam Needham. Great finish for his first start. 14th today, Austin Dillon. And then 15th is Gino Harvey. 16th, Trevor Bayne. And then 17th was Justin Allgaier. 18th today, Chase Gibbons. And then finishing 19th was Carl Edwards. And 20th was Jamie McMurray. And 21st, Jimmy. 22nd was Greg Biffle. Like we said, he's just having a struggling season. Got to be very frustrating for him. 23rd, Chris Buescher. And 24th is Eddie Jones. This is his last race for the 62 team. He'll be moving over to a farm team from the Team Magi camp, Pierce Racing. And he'll be racing the 72 YouTube Chevrolet. 28th was Cole Witt. Nice finish for his first run in the Athlete Cup Series. 29th, Paul Menard, who drops out of the top 30. 30th today was Landon Castle. 31st, Michael Annett. 32nd, Alex Bowman. And then here's your DNFers right here. Jeff Gordon, who has started on the pole, had a good run going, solid top 5, but man, he's just dropping like a rock and points-wise. Good thing he's got those 2 wins, but that might not even save him if he falls out of the top 30. 36th today with Dale Jr. 37th, Kyle Busch, last week's winner. 38th, AJ Allmendinger, who's got a win already this year. 39th, Sam Hornish Jr. And then 40th was David Gilman. 41st, Josh Wise. And then Brad Keselowski finishes 42nd, who he wrecked with Clint Boyer. They end up finishing 42nd and 43rd together. Well, we'll see you all next week at Milwaukee Speedway. This is JG24, JM26, signing